The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.
I want to thank everybody who is watching us live today, coming from the We Survive Bush, You'll Survive Obama Facebook page, as well as the Too Informed to Vote Republican page, and the I Love It When I Wake Up in the Morning and Barack Obama is President Facebook page. Check all of those out. Corruption alert we need to think about, Lewis. Remember that vote last week we discussed where we had a possibility of an amendment which would mandate across-the-board background checks to purchase guns. That didn't pass in spite of overwhelming support from actual people.
Right.
Well, it turns out that most of the senators who voted against that received cash from the gun lobby. Probably won't be surprising to many people, but it is interesting information to look at. All but 3 of the U.S. senators who voted against background checks last week received money from the gun lobby. It's very simple, Lewis. They get money, and then they help the gun lobby. It's kind of very straightforward.
Is it possible that their intent all along is to help the gun lobby?
And they're just going to take the money.
Because they are so hardcore, Second Amendment, however they interpret it, that the NRA is just like, well, you know what? Okay, we'll just help these guys.
If that were the case, the NRA wouldn't give them money because they would say, hey, they're already going to do everything we want.
Right.
But what's that, Natan?
Well, they might lose. So what Lewis is saying makes sense. They would help them win because they know that they actually believe it. So they're like a definite yes vote for, gun nuts.
Of the 45 senators who voted no on gun law reform that would have expanded background checks, 42 took money from pro-gun groups, according to an analysis done by The Guardian and Sunlight Foundation, which is a nonprofit that uses the internet to promote government transparency. Federal Election Commission campaign disclosures show that the NRA gave $800,000 to 40 of the senators who voted against gun reform since 1990. 47% of the House of Representatives received donations from the NRA during the last campaign. Also, the Sunlight Foundation analysts find that in close races, the NRA spent large sums of money opposing Democratic nominees. The NRA spent almost $1 million opposing Sherrod Brown, $626,000 opposing Bill Nelson, etc., etc. There are also a lot of other groups that they're not specifically gun groups, but like, for example, we have the Madison, it's the Madison something or other. The Madison Project is a right-wing group, and it lists the opposite of gun control. It lists expansion of gun rights and defending gun rights as one of its top issues. So how does it pass the most basic logic test to say that people getting money from lobbies won't legislate differently based on having received that money? We hear this all the time. We hear it in media and we hear it in politics. Listen, we have advertisers, they give us money. I have donors, they give me money. But what I do / what I report, depending on whether we're talking about a media outlet or a politician, is in no way affected by who gives me money. It just doesn't make sense. This is a system of legalized bribery, period. Even if Lewis is right that there are some cases where the individual would be voting the same way anyway, it is a system of legalized bribery.
Yeah, obviously, if you look at all the instances of this, you can usually just follow the money, and there is a nasty relationship between donors, lobbyists, and laws being made.
It's a disgusting relationship.
Or laws being
not made.
Not made.
Exactly.
Yeah.